We are seeing in real time today an example of how the media chooses to cover and not cover stories, and the direct consequence is that people will lose faith in the media. I'm not breaking any news to tell you about a thing called news silos, where, put simply, certain people only get their news from one news source. They don't seek out anything else, so you think that all that matters is all that they're telling you on one news source every day. Now, I want you to see as many news sources as possible. We believe in free thinking here, which means you've got to hear all of it. Don't just take any one person's word as the absolute gospel. But as we know, in the United States, faith in media is absolutely plummeting, but it's only plummeting seemingly on one side of politics. In 1976, after Watergate, 72% of Americans trusted the media, but just 34% trust them now. That's after a Republican president had to resign before the 1976 election, Richard Nixon. Since then, there has been generations of anti-Republican sentiment and coverage in the American media. That is why today 70% of Democrats trust the media, exactly the same number as they did back in 1975, but just 14% of Republicans trust the media compared to 63% even after they lost a president in scandal, in part because of the role that the media played in getting rid of Richard Nixon. Now, there's a lot of people on the media who will tell you about bias. They'll say that bias comes because of who owns an organisation, who works for an organisation. Well, let me tell you about one of the most pernicious ways that the media fiddle with the news. It's not necessarily what they cover, but it's what they choose not to cover.